You said this would not happen. No matter how many we kill, they keep coming.
The United Nations begins to back their cause.
Condemn them to hell, incinerate them before they grow stronger. You are failing me.
The bombs are almost ready, Comrade Stalin. The final elements are being transported from Gorzov Air Base.
How?
By truck convoy. Here.
Guard them with your life. They must get through to Gorzov. If you fail, do not return.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. No problem. Acknowledged. Affirmative. No problem. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction options.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Repairing. Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
New construction options. Building.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir.
Comrade. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. At once. At once. Affirmative. Very well. Reporting. Reporting. Very well. Reporting. Agreed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed.
Comrade.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
New construction options. Building. Building.
Waiting orders.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. New construction
Yes,
options.
sir. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Yes,
Awaiting
sir.
orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting affirmative.
Construction complete. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Unit
Affirmative.
prepared.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Reporting.
Comrade.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. New construction options. Building. Low power. On hold. Cancel.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Base is under attack. Building. Unit ready.
Reporting. Of course.
Construction complete.
Reporting.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Construction complete. Unit
Yes,
repaired.
sir. Awaiting orders.
Unit
At
ready.
once.
Building.
Reporting affirmative. At once. Yes, awaiting
Unit
orders.
lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir.
Low power. Construction complete. Building.
Comrade acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Building. Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
New construction options. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Yes,
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Building. Building.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Our base is under attack.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Awaiting orders.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
At once. Yes, sir. Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Repair.
Waiting order. Yes, sir.
New construction options. Building. Building. Construction complete. Spy plane ready. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Spy plane ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete. Unit repaired. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waiting affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade. Affirmative.
ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order.
Select target. Select target.
Acknowledged.
Reinforcements have arrived. Repairing.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Agreed. At once.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit prepared.
At once. Affirmative. At once. Agreed. Very well. At once. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. At once. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Awaiting orders.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing. Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting.
Spy
Yes,
plane
sir.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Agreed. Very well.
Repairing.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Very well.
Silence.
Affirmative.
needed.
Agreed. Affirmative.
lost.
Yes, sir. At once.
Unit prepared.
Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative.
Silence needed.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Ready and waiting.
Silence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building. Silos needed.
Ready and waiting. Well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Waiting
Unit
order.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes,
Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative.
Engineering. Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Comrade.
Vehicle report.
Silence
Affirmative.
needed.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silence
Vehicle
needed.
reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. Construction
Awaiting
complete.
orders.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Silence
Acknowledged.
needed.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready. target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Unit
At once.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Comrade, acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Affirmative. Report very well. Yes, sir. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Silence needed.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting
Awaiting
for
orders.
orders.
Reporting.
Yes, sir.
Silence
Affirmative.
needed.
Affirmative.
Building.
Waiting affirmative.
Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction
Acknowledged.
complete.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waiting orders. Very well.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Low power. Building.
Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Building.
Engineering. Affirmative. Report
Construction
acknowledge.
complete.
Yes. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Vehicle affirmative. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Acknowledge.
Select target. Unit ready.
Reporting. Acknowledge.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Select target.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. Naval unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Spy plane ready.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Waiting acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting
Unit
affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle report.
Affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Engineering.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Waiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Building. Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Vehicle report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Waiting affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Select target.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes,
Awaiting
sir.
orders. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. At once. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Select target.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Vehicle
Affirmative.
reporting. Affirmative.
Mission accomplished.